down on that option, but I also know that I don't think that was for me. I needed to like change my brain. And I think that was like the biggest thing for me was like to shift my brain into thinking better decisions on how to learn how to eat. I don't think I ever really knew how to eat. I think I just ate whatever I wanted whenever I wanted, and that was that.
I'm glad you said that. I think that's a great jumping off point to start the show. What do you think?
Yeah, we can do whatever. Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to talk about this until October.
No, but I know what you're saying, but you've got my brain thinking about something that kind of ties into that. So let's jump into this podcast.
Yeah, I'm down. I want to get high too.
3, 2, podcast.
What's going on, friends? It's your boy Stan Tenacious TX Vapes.
This is Michelle Lynn of Doldine Mods,
the punk rock silver fox.
And you're listening
to the
Shedtime podcast.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and it is another episode of the Shedtime podcast. And as you guys kind of heard in that intro there, we were kind of musing the whole notion of changing the way you think and helping it change, your lifestyle and everything. And it just kind of like hit me as we were talking about that like, I think that's why that diet program Noom we're seeing all over the TV and internet ads and shit is becoming so popular, because it's really getting to the psychology of your eating decisions. And like, the more and more I dive into the notion of human psychology, the more interesting it becomes. Like, Noom and their commercials about how like some people have been conditioned to finish their plate even though they're full since childhood. And so it's like just a thing ingrained in them that even though I'm actually full, the plate's not empty, I have to finish it all. And how those are like these little like psychological programs that are still running in our minds. And like I was just reading recently about procrastination, right? Because like I'm a terrible procrastinator. And one of the psychological reasons behind people procrastinating is the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, and those kind of things. And it started to hit me like, dude, I think I know why I procrastinate now, because as a kid growing up, nothing I did was good enough. So now I just put it the fuck off until the last fucking minute. And then like it turns into a fight or flight anxiety situation. And it's like, holy crap, maybe I should start exploring the psychology behind this. And maybe I can break some of these bad procrastinating habits that I've developed over my lifetime. Because, procrastination sucks.
Oh, I'm the worst at it too, bro.
Yeah, you and I are very much alike in that way.
A lot of people are like fairly like... Okay, so
I'm terrible about procrastinating, bro.
Do you guys think that like people that are assertive are less likely to be a procrastinator, or is that not like okay?
Well, yeah, because they're go-getters.
Yeah, and like I feel like kind of all of us are not necessarily like incredibly assertive people. Like I feel like all of us might have moments where like we might be able to do it.
It depends on the scenario.
Yeah, like I feel like the three of us, like on the grand scale of things, there's like probably a lot of times where we might not be. That doesn't mean that we never are, because I know that I am at some points, and like I've experienced you guys as well. So like I know that it's in all of us, but I think that because all of us are fairly like, I don't want to say laid back. I think that like it's pretty, obvious that I'm fairly laid back, but like I don't know if I would ever label you guys as laid back. I would not say that you guys are like the opposite of laid back, but I just feel like there are times that I will push forward, and there's a lot of times that I'll fucking pull way back. And I don't know if it's like laziness or if it's procrastination. I think that it's like uncertainty for me. Like that's what I think that pulls me down in that aspect, is like I'm like uncertain of things, or I'm like concerned about the outcome. So I have to analyze it before I move, which might come across as, like, I don't want to say lazy, but like something. It would come across differently, I feel, because of the way that I analyze things. And I sometimes like to calculate what I'm doing before I do it. And it might take me slightly longer than other people that just act rashly.
Well, like, let's simplify it, right? Doing the dishes. Perfect example. I'm a procrastinator. I've cooked my meal. I've ate my meal. Now I'm full. My dishes are in the sink. I know full well I should just go wash those dishes now. But I sit down, I take a vape. I'm like, I'll do those dishes in 10, 15 minutes when I'm done vaping. And then that 10, 15 minutes goes by and I'll just finish this episode I'm watching. And then an hour goes by and then it's the next day. And it's like, well, fuck, dude, you should have done those dishes yesterday.
You want a perfect example of me procrastinating, bro? Yesterday, right? Or Friday night. I said this I said this out loud in Discord. I think Chris, you were even there. I was like, I'm gonna get up early. I'm gonna go get some donuts, and I'm gonna go to the fucking dispensary, bro. I was like, and I'm gonna fucking do it. That's what I told myself that night going to bed, right?
Yeah.
Woke up that morning. Kind of early for me on a Saturday because I usually sleep in, you know what I mean? Looked at my phone. It's like, you know what? 5 more minutes. Turned over. Fucking woke up again. Looked at my phone. Hour later. Fuck it. 5 more minutes. Next thing, I don't get it. I do this 3 to 4 times before I finally fucking get up. And then I get up and it's almost fucking noon. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, I slept half the fucking day away. I meant to get all this shit done before now, but now I'm going to have to go and do like, and I told myself the night before that I was going to get up early and do it. Like I had it in my head. Like that's what I want. I wanted to do that. Even then, even though I wanted to do it, I still fucking procrastinated the next morning just because I didn't want to get out of bed.
Dude, I feel you. Grow the plants, bro. I'm growing weed for the first fucking time. It's well known you need additional nutrients to grow weed. It's worth anything. What did I do? For over a month, I put that shit off until my plant started to look like crap. And then I had to fucking hurry and fast deliver something on the internet to my door because I'm such a fucking procrastinator. I won't go to a fucking local grocery shop and just buy the shit there.
See, like, this is the one thing I'll say about that, though. Like, for me, I don't know if I'm necessarily a procrastinator, but I might think about it. And then because, like, my brain just doesn't fucking stop, like, I'll think about it. And then, like, within 30 seconds, I'm, like, off on 4 other things.
Oh, I'm like that, too.
I might not revisit that until, like, a week later. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, man, I got to do that. Like, wow.
That's part of my problem too.
On to the next thing. And then it gets to a point where I'm like, I just start to like feel like shit because I haven't done it and it's been a month. And then I fucking will do what Sean did. And it's not because like I'm putting it off.
I feel like I'm a mix of both of you guys because I do that exact thing too, as well as what Sean's saying. You know what I mean? Like, because there are times where it's like, oh, you know what? I should do this. And like you're saying, like all of a sudden, you know, a minute or two later, I'm on like a completely different fucking thing and forgot about it until like 3 or 4 days later. Oh, fuck, I was supposed to do that. And then, you know, and then same thing happens again until it happens 3 or 4 fucking times in either like 2 weeks or a fucking month's gone by. And I'm like, oh, fuck, you know, like, fuck, I'm a piece of shit. I fucking forgot again. Fuck me. I need to get this shit taken care of. And then I finally do it. But it takes me to feel like shit to actually get the shit done. You know what I mean?
You know what? Like, doesn't that make you wonder, like, what you can do to change that? Like, how can you
Dude,
change
I think
that?
about it daily, Chris.
Well, again,
Like-
that's the psychology of procrastination because procrastinating at its core is just putting something off that you know needs to be done right now. And so, like, that is the core of it. Like, I get the anxiety about going to the store, finding the right stuff, having to ask somebody who's more knowledgeable than me about it. And so instead, what do? I spend an hour online Googling it 3 weeks later, learning everything I can real quick, and then placing an educated order because fuck, it's already too late. What I should have done is sucked it up and just gone, asked the damn questions, got the answers, and then I'd have been fine from the get-go.
Let me ask you guys this, though. If someone asks you to do something, do you still procrastinate?
It depends.
Depends. Yeah, depends.
It depends.
Because for me, majority of the time, if someone else asks me to do something, majority of the time, I'll just get up and get it done just so I can get it over with, so I can get back to whatever I'm procrastinating on doing. You know what I mean? Like in reality, like that's pretty much what it is that I do. I just do it just so I could help them get it done, yada, yada. And then it's off my plate. Instead, like I think, and now I think about it, why don't I do that for myself? Why don't I just get up, get it done, get it off my plate? And then I could sit back and do the same shit I was going to be doing, procrastinating, getting the thing that I was supposed to be doing done. That was so many words to say that. Sorry, guys.
No, but you're 100% right, though. You're 100% right. And like for me, I find that like it depends on the circumstance, right?
Yeah.
For whatever reason. And
at work,
it's at work
done.
All day. You tell me, you ask me for something,
okay. Bam.
I'm on it right now.
I think maybe it's because I'm getting paid to do it, and it's like my responsibility at that point to do that thing. But like when I'm at home, it's like I don't have anybody hanging over me like, dude, you got to get that. You got to get that fucking shit done. You know what I mean? It's like I'm responsible for myself.
But I do have that guy, and it's me. He's hanging over me going, hey,
but
I'm
not that guy though, because I'm sitting next to me on the couch with, a Dynavap or a dab rig in my hand, hey, dude, you want to get stoned? I think that's part of my problem, bro.
Well, that's 100% a big part of my problem. Because like,
that doesn't affect me at all.
It's a hey, I can get stoned and then I won't care. Then it won't bother me.
That's why, like, I always tell myself, and this is another thing I procrastinate on too. I tell myself I need to cut back and take like a fucking break, like for like a week or two, and then just like come back and just like do, moderate, respectable amounts. You know what I mean? Because like, let's be honest, Ben Globbin, the Dabbing Goblin, is not doing respectable dabs. Okay, let's be real. I'll be honest with you. Back to a conversation we had with Chris. I go hard, bro. 100%. I told him I didn't, but I do. I go hard, bro, all the time. I've accepted it, Chris. You were right, bro, and I apologize for saying you weren't.
Hey,
because, dude, I do. Because because like I needed someone to call me out one time for me to like start actually thinking about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, you know how much you go through in a week, bro?
Yeah.
Like, really? Think about it, dude.
Look.
And I sat down here one, like, it was like the other day. It was actually yesterday as I was coming home from the dispensary, thinking about how much I just spent and knowing I'm going back down the following Saturday to do the same thing.
Yep. I was just saying to a customer the other day, I'm like, listen, like, you don't want to aspire to be me. I've worked my way into a $200 a week cash habit, and it's getting worse. You don't want to be me.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not cool. You know what I mean?
Like, it's great. Not. I get really high really fast, but if it's costing me as a like from a consumer's numbers, $200 a week, that's crazy.
It's not even the fact that I'm just getting high really fast. It's that I'm continuously doing it throughout the day. It's not like doing it once or twice. It's like once, twice, 3, 4, 5. Like it's like instead of doing it every couple hours, it's like every 20 minutes. Sometimes not really. Let's be honest. I'm not taking that many dabs during the day, but I take
during the week. You won't take a dab until.
But yeah, that's also part of just being a responsible fucking adult.
If you didn't fucking have that job and you get high at work, you fucking.
Well, here's the thing, bro. Like I literally talk to my boss about fucking whatever, you know what I mean? But also like he understands that like I understand that like when I've got shit that I need to do and that I'm responsible for, it's not the best time to be lit. You know what I mean? Because even though I may be able to function, a little bit better than some people while stoned, doesn't mean I need to do it when I'm working with machinery that can, like puncture fucking my fucking hand while I'm, doing my job, or cut my fucking finger off while I'm working a saw just because like I'm not paying attention or let me get my shit done, do what I gotta do throughout the day. And then when all my responsibilities are taken care of, that's when I can sit back and chill. But on the weekends, bro, that's when I go too hard, because it's like I wake up, I grab something to drink, I turn my computer on, and I load a dab. You know what I mean? Like within 5 to 10 minutes of actually getting out of bed. Like starting, like I need to give myself, I should give myself an hour or so to actually wake up,
eat something,
move around. Yeah, eat something. Do something, move around a little bit before getting high. But no, dude, I start from the time I wake up pretty much till the time I go to sleep on the weekend, just getting stoned.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Like I just did it last night too. Like I was hanging with my wife and a friend of hers, and I was like, all right, you guys want to try this dab? We just got this brand new horizon. You guys want to throw a dab? Yeah, let's do it. That's the
thing, dude. It's because I just went and I've got all this good stuff.
It was like, cool, all right. And then I looked at my other puck and I was like, oh shit, I got enough. I can share some of this flavor with y'all too.
Yeah.
All right, well, fuck it. Y'all are about to be like Shedtimers. We're about to go back-to-back dabs. And we did back-to-back dabs. And I'm like, that's my problem.
Dude,
that's where things get out of control.
That's the thing, Sean, is like, that's my problem too, but I don't have anybody to share it with. So it's just me doing all of it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I pick up 6 different strains. I've got to try all 6 strains.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I got to see what they all taste like. What's the high like? Yep. That way I know what part of the day, which one is going to be called for. Because that's part of the reason why I also pick up a selection. Because majority of the time, you'll find one that, oh, this is a nice chill, mellow one that, is nice for, maybe midday, where I don't want to get super fucking couch locks, sleepy stone.
This is come home, maybe drop a dab and then get some shit done.
Yeah. Or like maybe this is that one for that nightcap, bro, that real heavy indica that's just going to, make me want to sit back in my seat, put something on the YouTubes and just veg for about half hour and then crash, But yeah, dude, I have no self-control when it comes to consuming. Well, I do and I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I know when to stop. And the majority of the time I do. But like last night, for instance, bro.
You didn't?
I know, dude. I was so fucking high last night, dude. I was hanging out with the crew playing some Red Dead Online, and I was just sitting there loading up a dab. And I wasn't just doing small ones, bro. Ben came out to play. And we were globbing last night.
RDR too.
Yeah, and we were globbing, bro. And there was a point where I was having a hard time seeing the fucking TV, bro. It was
just like so high.
My eyes were just fucking.
You're getting so stoned, you're going cross-eyed. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, dude, I was just fucking lit, man.
Dude, that
and I've been like that a majority of the day.
Horse, bro, and like fucking doing the shit that's in that game. Being that high and trying
dude,
to
it's so much fun, bro. It's so much fun when you're stoned.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, again, I too, I totally get that. Like, and this is the fucked up part, right? My job is in the cannabis industry, a job where like a lot of people just assume you're allowed to be high, and we're not. The way I explain it is, it's just like a bartender. You're not supposed to be drinking behind the bar.
Yeah.
If you work at a liquor store, you're not supposed to drink and then be working at the liquor store. It's not okay. Being under the influence while at work is not cool. And like, I'm totally good with that. But in that same vein, like I was saying this to be like, I haven't really smoked flower in months. Like, I can't tell you about the flower that I sell anymore because it's been too long since I've really smoked any of it. Because all I really do now is grab rosin, dab rosin. Grab rosin.
Dude, that's my problem too. Get back to the
roots, boys. Come on.
That's my problem too. And here's the thing, Sean. Every time I go,
you can get high every day. Just change it up.
Every time I go to the dispensary too, man, I still look at all the other shit.
Oh yeah.
I look to see what dude, they had this fucking lemon cake strain that sounded delicious, bro. But I was like, you know what? It's not concentrate. I'm good.
Here's the problem.
I go straight to the concentrate case, grab what I'm gonna get, and then like as I'm walking to the register, I just like kind of window shop the other cases, and then they're like, "Oh, is there anything else?" No, I'm good.
It's like at this point now, when you've been dabbing these kind of concentrates for so long,
they're so tasty, bro.
It's gonna take you a fucking eighth of flour almost a day to get to the level of high you're looking for.
Yeah, because that was part of the even at the meetup. Like I got pretty stoned when we went to like the meetup and we're sitting there smoking joints and stuff. I had to sit like I was rolling like 2 gram, 3 gram joints, bro, and smoking them to the dome. You know what I mean? Like that's how much I had. Well, it was at least a 2 gram joint at the the least, because they were full king size cones. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're on vacation though. Like, I mean,
yeah, and we smoked like 6 or 7 a night, a piece. Maybe not, but like that we smoked a lot of joints, dude. And then I would eventually grab the old Puffco and I'd take a fucking dab out there. Dude, I would tell you what, Chris, that week after, my throat was brutal.
Dude, it was jacked. I probably would be able to like taste what food or vapes taste like for like 3 days.
I'll tell you what, man. It makes me not want I don't really want to smoke a joint for a while, Like I enjoy like the ritualistic aspect of it, because dude, honestly, sitting down and like rolling and like packing joints and stuff I was like, oh man, this brings me back to the good old days. You know what I mean? Sitting around in the old circle. It was like literally that 70s show moment, dude, sitting around, looking at each other. Oh, we're all stoned. Each one of us got a joint, just fucking getting high, whispering because we're outside. It's like 11 o'clock at night and we're not trying to get kicked out of the Airbnb. So we're just like whispering. Anytime someone gets loud, it's like, shh. Dude, it was fucking comical, dude. Like all of us are like, 30 plus, you know what I mean? Sitting around this table.
Bunch of
grown adults
men acting like
fucking teenage kids trying to be quiet so they don't get caught by their mom and dad smoking out back. You know what I mean?
But shit, man, like I have my own house. I have neighbors, and I'm not in a position where anyone can kick me out. And even at night when I'm outside, I'm like, shh.
Yeah, well, it's just common courtesy, Right. It's like as if you had a neighbor that was outside being all rambunctious 11, 12 o'clock at night when you're trying to sleep, you're going to be pissed.
That's why I jumped on the opportunity to live here, because fuck my old neighborhood. Nobody had that kind of common courtesy. And like that is key. You've got to have common courtesy. And I mean, dude, that is something that I've noticed is very much missing these days. People just don't extend common courtesies the way they used to. Holding doors for people, little shit like that. Like
few and far between.
Yeah, man. It's fucking crazy to me. Even like, obviously we're known as massholes for a reason. Like ain't nobody know how to be courteous on the fucking road as a driver. Fuck a blinker. And dude, if you got a blinker, bro, it's a sign of
courtesy
weakness.
on the roads is only for small towns, bro.
Courtesy on the roads is for the weak.
Well, dude, on the road's different though. But like, if you're in lots of places, if you like hold the door open or something, somebody will say thank you. And like,
honestly, dude, when I do it out here, because I'm one of those people, just because that's the way I was raised. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter who's coming in. If like you're walking through a door or you just came out a door and you're seeing someone come, I can open it up for them. You know what I mean? Be a fucking mensch. You know what I mean? Just be kind. So I always fucking open the door and hold it, whether coming in or out. And I'll wait for them to walk through the door before I let go. It's not like I'm just holding it for them to be able to, okay, cool, thanks. No, I'll wait. Go ahead. You know what I mean? It only takes you an extra 2 seconds.
And that's the thing, man. Like it feels like people are far and far less likely to be doing those things these days. And I'm like, come on, man. Like just be cool. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Like a little courtesy will go a long fucking way, man.
Everybody's just got tunnel vision, bro.
I think that if you were to do it and record it in your brain, somehow like the stats, even on your phone, you're like, today I held the door open and they said thank you. And you just like mark it down. I bet you up here, I might even be selling people short, but I'm going to say it's like 75% of the time. And like, there'll be a percentage where people like nod or like give some level of acknowledgement that you just did them something nice. You think that like the numbers are like that bad for where yours are at?
Here's the thing. I think if I hold the door for somebody, the odds are the person will acknowledge me and say thank you. I think the odds are that nobody else will hold that fucking door but me is a 1 in 100.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
That's what I'm saying is like,
Yeah,
I feel like people like us who are willing to hold that door for the next guy behind me are fewer and fewer these days, at least in my area.
I'd say for me, it's like,
have been.
It's a pretty close, give or take, you know what I mean? Like, because I feel like there's been a good amount of times where like I'll go to reach for a door and someone opens it up for me. But honestly, I feel like I do it more often than it's been done for me. But it's also probably because I've had less times where I walk up to a door and someone's near it. You know what I mean? It's more I'm by myself and the only person who's going to open the door is me. You know what I mean? Like there's no one else on either side. So someone's got to open the door. So it's got, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like
but
I'm in and out of convenience stores all the time, right? Like I stop at one or two
I
of
don't
them
really
every day,
go
right?
places that often.
I grab like a drink on my way into work or something like that. So like I'm in and out of convenience stores all the time for that shit. And it's like the amount of times people will literally let a door slam in your face and you're like literally a step behind these people. I'm like,
or walk out as you're walking in, and instead of like holding it for a second so you can like at least grab it, they just fucking walk straight out and
right. Like at least let me catch the door.
Like, damn, man, who pissed in your Cheerios this morning?
The amount of people I watch who won't, like where I work, obviously, sometimes people will have a drink flat, like a 24 flat for a case of beverages, and they'll be carrying out 1 or 2 of these things. And the amount of other customers who just won't extend the courtesy to that one person and hold the door for them, I'm like, dude, like every time I see that, if I'm not with somebody at that very second, I've got that door for someone. You know what I mean? Like common courtesy. I feel like I don't see it as much. And it kind of bums me out. It's like now I know how bad it sucks to work at a convenience store. For those people, I literally have gotten into a habit when I put my things on the counter for them, I always turn the barcode out to them so they can find it quickly. Like it's become a force of habit now. Like doesn't matter what I'm buying, I will always have the barcode up and facing them. So that way.
So like if you're at the grocery store and you're like loading shit on like the conveyor belt, you'd do that?
I only self-checkout.
Oh, okay.
For groceries. Only self-checkout. For one where I go, there's only ever 2 cashiers. I'm not waiting in a line that's a fucking mile long when I can get in and out much quicker through self-checkout. And beyond that, I don't like the way anybody else bags but me.
No, fair.
So I like the ability to just like scan it in the order I want to bag it, have everything assembled neatly the way I want it. It all travels right, and I'm good. But yeah, like I've even got
a level that I'm not at, by the way. So I just want to say like kudos to you on that.
Cheers, Sean.
Yes.
Spark it up, bud.
Dude, I saw a commercial about, and it had fucking Mountain Dew Spark, and it had Charlie Day in it.
Really?
And it's fucking hilarious. Yeah.
I know he was doing Dew commercials, but I didn't know he did a Spark one.
Spark one. That's
dude,
like
Charlie Day is hilarious. Right? Huh?
Is that the
raspberry lemonade? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Fire.
tasty. So
Fire.
tasty. This is one of those I really wish.
I was like, yo, he's legit. He's like a pretty legit actor too. I mean,
yeah, Charlie Day's no joke. Like,
dude, Always Sunny, bro, is like one of the biggest fucking sitcoms, dude.
That's the thing is honestly, that like
have you guys all seen that show?
I've watched it a little bit. Yeah,
I haven't seen like all of it, but I've definitely watched episodes for sure.
Man, it's fucking. I like it.
That show's one of those shows for me.
They're all
like,
dirt bags, but it's awesome.
I've never intended to watch it once. Not once have I ever intentionally watched that show.
It's just been accidentally stumbled on it, and then all of a sudden it just stays on, and I'm like, dude, this is hilarious.
Yeah, it was always like that was the next thing on after something I was watching ended, and I never changed the channel. And I just started watching that episode and was like, what the fuck is going on here? I have to stay watching. I need to see how this ridiculousness continues and then resolves. So yeah, like good show. I can't knock it. It's funny as hell. I just have never been like, I got to start watching some Sunny right now. That's like Archer. I've enjoyed every episode of Archer I've ever watched, and yet I've never intentionally put Archer on to watch it.
I think I maybe watched 1 or 2 episodes of that.
Like it's
I
pretty
didn't. I
funny.
couldn't get into it. Actually, it's weird.
I couldn't really either.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't think it's definitely not the animation. I think it was just like the writing. For some reason, I just didn't like click with me that good.
I don't know, like that's my kind of like dry, fucked up humor. And it's like maybe that's my line right there between like Family Guy kind of humor and the intelligent humor I do tend to side for more often. I think that's like that perfect line in between where it's like it's intelligent, it's a little dry, it's a little bit witty, but at the same time, it's got its fair share of like poop and fart jokes. You know what I mean? Like it's still got some childish teenage humor mixed in for the man child at heart. And so like it kind of like appealed to me at times. And again, never something I intentionally put on, but like FXX Simpsons would sometimes end and it would go into Archer. And so it's like,
dude, okay, so I don't want to like saying it. I want to challenge you guys, but like I want to you guys to like open your mind up to like watching a bit more like It's Always Sunny, but maybe start watching it from the very beginning of the show. And I'm not saying you need to watch every episode because there's like fucking dude, they're still making episodes. Like it's a lot of fucking episodes. But like watch like the first like 2 seasons over a certain amount of time and see if like you find yourself wanting or needing to watch more. Because like James said, like for me, the way that I saw it always was they're literally some of the worst people on this planet, but it's fucking hilarious to watch how these people live their lives. Like that's like the way that I just had it in my brain. I'm like, they're all such terrible humans, but like the shit that they do is fucking hilarious because it's just showcasing how awful they are as human beings.
And the funny thing is like at one point in your life, you kind of knew somebody like one of these guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's actually
like,
true. That's
you know what I mean?
True.
Like they may not be like they may not be exactly like the dude, but there might be one episode where they do something like, oh yeah, dude, I knew a guy that would have done some stupid shit like this. You know what I mean?
That's part of why it makes me slightly uncomfortable when I watch that show. Is it's like I watch that and I'm like, fuck, dude. I not only hung out with people like this, but I was kind of skeevy like this at one time.
Yeah,
I feel dirty.
It's like I feel like I just got called out.
Yeah, like not directly, but it's like, damn, we ran some fucking dirtbag scheme that was very, very along the same lines of shittiness.
Okay, but this is the one thing I'll say, Sean. You were probably doing that as a teenager. They're doing that at the youngest in that show in their late 20s.
I mean, that's fair. By my
it's like a decade
early 20s,
of life.
I was a decent human being, I think.
Yeah. Like, well, those kind of things happen, like, you know, less frequently. But like that crew in that show, dude, like I would think that they were probably in their late 20s at the beginning of that show.
Yeah,
and now they're in their like
late 20s to mid 30s. And I mean, I don't think Danny DeVito's character is,
he didn't even start at the beginning.
Yeah.
I think that he came in like, he definitely came in after the start. Maybe like it was in the first season, but maybe it was in the second season.
But like, I totally feel like he's already late 40s to early 50s, you know, as a character, because you can't.
Dude, no. In the show, he's probably like in his 60s, dude.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I know he's playing an older person.
Show, like all like his kids are like fucking in their 30s.
That's gold.
Like that's part of it is like they're always like going in on D because she's old and single. Like they're always digging on her.
Dude, side note, I got some interesting strains at the dispensary today that I needed to share with you guys because I feel like you two would really appreciate one specifically, which I'm going to save for last. But I got some live rosins from Bear Labs. So you guys know I love me some Bear Labs. They make some solid stuff. But dude, this one right here is called Trop Cookies, right?
Oh, I love Trop Cookies.
It's a cross between Girl Scout cookie and Tangy, dude. And it is tasty because it's got like those tangy, like fruity terps to it, but still got like them cookie funk. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's like garlic
Super good.
and like oranges.
It's weird, dude, but
Yep.
it's nice. And dude, this one right here, bro, I think Ashton's had this maybe once before, but it's alien burger, dude.
What?
All right.
Fuck. Tell me more.
Cross between GMO and alien cookies.
Let's go, dude.
Bro, let me tell you.
Yo, just quick. So whenever we're done recording, I'm like leaving my house instantly and I'm going to the dispensary and I'm gonna get some glookies.
Yes, you are, because you keep forgetting and you need to fucking
No, but
make
this
it
was when I
happen.
was going and
Oh,
so,
okay.
Like, that's why. But
Gotcha.
As long as the dispensary is open until 7, I think that I'll be fine. Sorry.
Dude.
Anyways, sorry. Carry on. Alien cookies.
But yeah, dude. Alien burger, GMO, alien cookies. I'm gonna take a dab of it right now just because we were talking about it. But dude, just look at the consistency of this, Sean. Look at that nice live rosin action there. Nice, creamy, yet slightly golden. Oh,
You can see the terps.
yes, dude. And it is funk. Hey, honestly, it kind of has like a cheeseburger sort of kind of feel to like taste, which is kind of crazy, dude. It's weird.
Yeah, buddy.
Cheeseburger kind of taste.
Dude, I'm,
it's like
I'm into
that
cheeseburger terps. Let's go.
Dude, I'm fucking I'm game. I'm game for that.
Like I said,
Dude,
I fell in love
I'm
with
telling
those
you guys,
terps.
if you're into the funk strains and you're like, you like a little bit of funkiness when it comes to your concentrates or your flour or whatever, GMO strains or cookie strains have nice amounts of funk to them. And then when you mix them together, let me tell you, bud, I need a little bit more gas in this.
Well, dude, see, I like funk. I think that like some of the funk that I haven't enjoyed that much is like there's been multiple bananas that were too much for me. Some of them are fine, but some of them are way too much. And obviously, like, remember when I fucking bought that like tuna?
Oh well, that dude, I feel like that's on you,
decision.
dude.
No, that was on me for sure. But the funk that was there is not for me. Like,
I don't think I would ever buy anything with a
I think it was
fish
called
in the
Tuna
title.
OG. Tuna OG.
Yeah, like we have one we've had in our market out here for a while called chowder cookies.
Do people buy it?
Oh yeah, there are people who love it. They're like, more of that
See,
chowder cookies.
I knew that somebody would probably like that fucking Tuna OG that I had, but like it was not.
Like, it's got this weird, funky, earthy, gassy thing going on. But yeah, I'm with you. It's just like that's that one wasn't for me either. But like I'm in the like I like the garlicky notes. I like the gassy notes. I like the real funky, earthy kind of things. Some of the fruits I have to avoid, like the tangies and stuff. They get me a little too fucking crazy, and I don't like that. Brings my aggressive side out. It's just not for me. But like what I've also learned, aside from not liking banana strains, is chocolate strains.
Here we go, boys.
Like chocolate OG and the Chocolope and those guys. I'm not a fan of that weird earthy vibe that they've got. But then you do something like this guy right here, which is one of my favorite strains, the Wonka bars, which is a GMO and mint chocolate chip cross. And this is a banger. Like, I love that strain, but I get like, it's almost like the earthiness that the chocolate has just adds to the garlic and onion funk from the GMO. And so they just give you this like pungent punch of gassy, earthy, like garlic and onion flavors. That's just so good.
Dude,
I can vibe with that.
talk about funk, bro. Oh yeah.
Get it into you.
That was a gnarly one too. That was
Love the good
definitely
funk.
Oh, dude, they
Definitely
are
go
open till
off.
7. Let's go.
Sick.
Yeah, Uncle
Let's
Chris
do a
is
little
getting
fucking
lookies
dance.
on today.
Little glookies. Let's go.
Yeah.
Dude, they also have $56 ounces, says. Let's go. That's like probably like $42 ounces USD.
That's cheap, bud.
Damn.
Dude, this like I guess if I was like into making my own hash though, that'd be what you could grab. That'd probably be nice. Get one like an ounce of that, maybe like an ounce of something that's like a bit nicer. Just stretch it, make or just like go heavy, make a bunch of that as like your fucking backup hash.
No people that do it, man.
Oh, for sure.
Get a couple ounces.
Oh, dude, man, my
fucking
both my plants are actually starting to bud now. It's nice. I'm gonna have to switch. I'm gonna have to like switch it over to the Bloom fertilizer. I think that's I try to do it every 3 days, not because I've learned by like doing it in the past, but by like reading a bunch. And like it seems like certain people will do it every day. Some people will have like a schedule. So I decided that I would go every 3 days. So the next time when I fertilize them, it'll be with the Bloom. Let's go. Let's get them big plump buds.
Feeding schedule is your best friend, Chris.
Is that like some sort of like online source thing?
No, that's from personal experience.
No, just getting your feeding schedule.
Oh yeah. So I water them in the mornings and
like just keeping on a consistent schedule, bro, because then your plants will acclimate to that schedule. And then you'll be able to get the best out of them because they'll be in a legit cycle. You know what I mean? To where like,
yeah, dude. So like I water them every morning. I like probably 7:45 in the morning. And I give them 2 liters of water each. So like I will just say for simple math, like half a gallon of water in each pot. And yeah, like it'll run out the bottom like within like 5 seconds. So like I know that I'm not like overwatering it to the point of like the water, you know what I mean? I feel like the soil composition's good and everything's going good on them. So then I fucking fertilize them every 3rd day. And that's just what I've been doing since I got them. Obviously like I didn't fertilize them when I was away for the week, and one of them did get hurt a little bit, but like actually all the buds seem like they're forming nice. Like it hadn't really started to kick off
bounce back
before I left.
well.
Yeah, so like it was always much taller and like less leaves maybe than the other one. The other one's like more bushy and not quite anywhere near as tall.
I just could be strain to strain.
Yeah,
you know?
that's what I think that is because they're different strains. But yeah, like the buds look like they're starting to form nicely. So like I haven't given up on it at all because I did miss that time, but I feel like I'm back on it now. So, and dude, the other one's fucking amazing. Like my plan worked on one, just not both.
Yeah, my little indica ones are bushing real nice.
Yeah, how are yours doing, Sean?
So I'm now that I've got the newts going, we're getting back there. Like the ones that were showing deficiencies over the last couple of days. The newts came in on Friday, so they got their first nutrient watering on Friday. Today is Sunday. I went and did it again. Right now they're getting grow and micro, and I'm doing both in the water.
Like I need to get a grow going.
But that way I can make sure I get the micro and macro nutrients into there and really get it boosted. And so I'm doing that right now. They're starting to pick back up, and that's awesome. What I'm dealing with right now is like getting the air in there right. So like at one point I was putting fresh air in, and then I was like, all right, well, why don't I pull some air out instead and see how, that affects the environment. I don't like how that was working out. Still just too much moisture as I'm pulling air out. I have to just keep putting more air in still to like keep my humidity levels at a better rate. So I'm in that weird stage right now where I'm doing that. I'm starting to defoliate the weaker little branches and leaves and stuff, getting them all out of there, starting to do a little bit of lollipopping to like get them to start to form and concentrate that energy to the higher growth. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yours are indoor, right?
Yeah, I'm doing all indoor in the tent. So right now they're just they're on an 18-hour cycle.
do you have like little like a little desk fan?
Yeah,
Or-
I've actually got two of them. So right now I've got fresh air coming in from the
Oh
room.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. As long as you got like one like kind of at the bottom, kind of blowing it in, and then you got one kind of like sucking out and blowing out, like that'll create like a nice cycle, because that'll also help, your soil from like if you do end up overwatering a little bit. You know what I mean? It can kind of help dry out a little bit.
That's why I flipped it
or...
and started bringing more fresh. What I'm doing is I'm bringing more fresh air in through my big fan, so that way I am getting that better airflow, because I've got two little clip fans in there to like keep the air moving in there. And obviously I've got like vents that I don't keep open, but I don't keep fully closed. So we're not keeping stale air in, we are forcing air out. But it's fun because like you walk in right now and my tent walls aren't flat, they're just slightly ballooned out from the little bit of extra air pressure.
Do you kind of get the little kind of like this going with like some of the
that's exactly what I'm looking for. It's just that little bit of breeze through
little
all
bit
the
of some
leaves.
movement, because dude, honest, that's going to help circulate the CO2 through there. That's going to help feed each plant, you know what I mean? The more circulation of air as well as proper feeding, dude, that's going to help you off so much. And like you're saying,
I have no proof of this at all, but like this is just my thought, is that wouldn't it also like increase stock size everywhere, which then would also like
it strengthens the plant, like, because it's got
of it, so
it's got the wind
like
in there moving
more.
it, so it helps build the plant and makes it more sturdy, because it has to fight up against, you know what I mean? That's why, like, because there is going to be a point, depending on how big your plant is, where you might have to stake your plant. You know what I mean? But the thing is all you really mainly want to do is get the main stock, so that the main stock doesn't fucking go over and break. But a lot of the other stuff, you kind of just let it do its thing, because as the air moves around, it's going to help strengthen that up, and it's going to build those up. You know what I mean? You don't want to fucking sit there and just put fucking a bunch of bamboo stakes in there and support every single fucking thing, because that's not going to help the plant. You know what I mean? You want it to, because as that movement happens, it's going to make it want to start pushing nutrients to those areas, which is going to help push that nutrients to those different bud sites, creating better fucking product.
100%. Still on ball watch, making sure that we don't have any balls, because we're only at like
dude.
I think I'm at like month 2 right now.
Look out for them bad boys, man.
So like now's a great time that like I'm really like ball watching like a motherfucker, making sure.
Dude, one fun thing you could do too, like if you have the ability to do so, like if you have like a second tent or something like that, one thing you can always do too is like once your plants get to like a certain size, like you could always kind of pop a clone off of each one.
I intend to.
And then take them and throw them.
Have like the 2 different layers too. Have you ever seen those ones? You must have.
Yeah.
They'll be like
what I was going to say is if you have a second tent, then you could change the light cycle, and you could take those clones that you've taken off of those plants, flip them into flower while those other plants are vegging. And then you could tell before any of those plants get too big and you've invested too much time into them, whether they're male or female based off those clones.
Oh, that's clever as shit.
We used to do that when we do like big grows, you know what I mean? Where you'd have like a bunch of different fucking plants, but they were grown from either seed or whatever. Most of the time we would do clones. That way you don't have to worry about it, because once you take a clone off a female plant, it's going to be the exact clone of whatever plant.
Exactly.
And like, what is the success rate of feminized seeds? Because you can buy feminized seeds.
That's the thing. Like that's still a toss up too. Sometimes they've gotten the science down pretty good to where majority of the time they are going to be, fem, but there's that chance where you might not, you know what I mean?
Could be a herm.
There'd be times where we just get seeds from stuff we picked up from like the dispensary sometime that was just like, wow, dude, this shit is some fire. We need to grow this. Fuck it. Let's pop these seeds and see what they are. You know what I mean? And then, but that's one way you could do it too. If you're nervous and you're not sure if they're male or female, like once your plants get to a certain size, take a clone off of them, make sure they get rooted. Once they get nice and rooted, throw them into a different tent on a flowering light cycle, and then let them do their thing. And either they're going to pop nuts or they're going to pop buds. The ones that pop nuts, you're right. This one came from this plant, yank it before it even gets to the point where you have the chance of cross pollination or whatever. You know what I mean?
I like that. That's smart shit. That's
Yeah,
good
dude.
moves. I like that. I was actually looking at something. Somebody did something similar where they took a clone off a branch that had just begun flowering, and they basically put it in the hormone and then potted it. And what they wound up with was this little pot with this just one little cola about yay tall.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, this is cute as shit. It's just a little potted plant.
It's
of
like a
weed
little
plant.
Christmas tree.
Yeah, dude. It was such a cool little idea. It's just a fun, what the fuck? Let's see what
It's
happens.
like the dudes doing bonsai style shit with their fucking plants. Have you seen that?
I love that. That is
Have you seen it, Chris?
amazing.
I feel like I've seen people train them to make them like roll flat and shit like that. But I don't know if I've ever seen.
Oh no, this is like
there's dudes literally doing full bonsai style weed plants, bro. Hold on. All right,
so that must happen like quite quick too, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, because basically the process of bonsai is just using some like special wire that holds the shape on the limb until it can harden a little more, and then you remove it and you continue on with your shaping. And so people are applying that to cannabis plants and literally creating like a bonsai scape with a weed plant.
All right, for the patrons too. Check it out, guys.
Show this. Look at that.
What, dude?
Yeah, dude. Look at this thing.
Yeah, this is a total dope trend that's happening
right now. It's legit, bro. Look at this shit. It's all spiraled out. One cola on top. Dude, that's a real bonsai.
No, but this one right here.
Some of these are like definitely real.
Some of these are definitely
100%. You can tell plants. Like these. Yep. That's crazy, dude.
Dude, a lot of these.
Whoa! Look at this motherfucker.
Absolutely crazy.
I don't know if that's a weed plant.
That's a ficus.
It's a ficus. Did you see the weeds, the fucking roots? They were like growing off on the side of that.
Look at this little guy. Yeah, look at him. Little roots coming off the rock right there.
Dude, that's just gonna be like a half quarter, like bud.
Yeah, but I bet you it's gonna be fire as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah, dude. Bonsai weed.
Yep.
That's fucking weed. Cool, man. You could also like really you could work on your craft pretty often compared to like bonsai trees, I would assume, just because they grow so fast compared to a tree.
Well, it depends on what you're using, right? So like strangely enough, I've been watching a lot on bonsai stuff lately because I want to kind of like learn a little bit of that. I got a cool tree outside I want to try some of it with. And if you're using trees, like you're going to do bonsai out of like, say, a maple or something like that, then yes, it's going to take a long time. However, people have a lot of success doing bonsai with ficus plants because there's a lot of different ficus plants out there. And most of the bonsais you see are some variation of a ficus that they can then train to look like a little tree. So the ficus definitely grows in a much quicker time span than like the people who are doing like really nice ones out of like little evergreen bushes and making them look like trees. And those I've seen, like, I watched this video of a dude doing a tour of this guy's I guess you'd call it workshop, gallery, garden, all of the above. But this dude was working with like these evergreen bushes of some kind. So they looked like little pine trees that he was shaping as bonsai. And the work.
Dude, bonsai is pretty cool. Like, I think that when I was a kid, I didn't fully appreciate how cool it was. But one of my buddy's dads, who like just lived down the street from me, and we were friends from like before we even went into school, and his dad was like really into bonsai. And he actually, like, they put in an addition on their house, and like when they put an addition on, he ended up like putting this fucking, I don't know how big it would be. I'm just going to be guessing. So I'm going to say that it was probably like 8 by 6 by 4, like extension off of the basement when they put in this new addition. And it had bonsais in there. So he would actually put them out there. There was like a glass top, so like they would get sun, but they would be protected because like winters would obviously get more like maybe really harsh and whatever. But he was so into bonsai that he actually went and flew to Japan for like some huge bonsai convention. So like he was like really into that shit. And some of his were super cool. Like they were 100% like the logo from the Karate Kid kind of idea. You know what I mean? Like that vibe, 100%.
Yep.
And yeah, he was like really into it, and he was like from the UK originally.
It's a cool art form,
was
man.
into bonsai, and it is cool. But I just see it as like that is a very long term commitment. Kind of you're putting in a lot, and you have to wait a long time until your vision's hit. Like a long time.
I mean,
I don't know, but I don't know enough about it.
I think it depends on what you're working with. Like if I were to start trying to do it with that tree that's outside in my yard right now, yeah, because it's a little Japanese maple, that's long-term commitment. I have to like prune it pretty regularly, continuously change the training so that the branches do what I want them to. But if I'm doing something smaller that grows a little bit more quickly, then it's not nearly as bad because it's small changes every, month or so continue to bring you closer and closer to the end, the end vision. And another weird thing about it is that it's an understanding that it's living art. So it's always changing and it always has to evolve and progress just like life.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be something cool because, like, realistically speaking, like if you did something and like 10 years from now, like think about how good you could be at it, and like maybe like what some of your trees would look like after that amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Like that'd be crazy, dude. That'd be crazy.
And that's the thing. Like if you create the little scene, let's say, and you have your little desktop bonsai tree that you take care of, and you're constantly, pruning and reshaping as it continues to grow, then it's a metaphor, isn't it? Because it's literally a little piece of nature right on your desk that continues to grow and is sometimes chaotic and is sometimes very beautiful. Sometimes it really needs a trim, and sometimes we've over trimmed it and it needs some time to heal and come back to its former glory. It's a beautiful metaphor of life. I mean, that's the nature of life. Sometimes it's beautiful, sometimes it's chaotic, but at the end of the day, it just continues to move forward and progress and grow. Damn, we just got deep and metaphoric right there.
Yeah, I kind of got lost. I was like, wait, what?
Dude, I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna like start a bonsai, but that would be cool. That would be cool.
I've always thought it would be dope, but I honestly, you guys know me, I don't have the patience for a lot of things. And I don't know if I'd probably try it for a little bit and then I'll just either get bored of it or irritated and be like, all right, fuck it, on to the next thing.
See, I've already got the houseplants.
There's very few things in life that I'm just like, oh yeah, dude, I've got to fucking do this, and I'm just gonna fucking stick with it. I found as of recently.
Oh well, okay, I'm gonna tell you, James, that won't go away, unfortunately.
Oh no, I know.
Unless you try really, really hard. I have been that way my whole life, right? But yeah. I didn't really realize that that's how I was until I was like probably even a bit older than you are now. So you have a bit of a head start. But I've been successful in very, very few attempts, but I just taken the mantra of every time I try to do something and it works out, I have to just keep on trying new things because it's the law of averages, right? Eventually I'm gonna hit one. And it's fucking weird.
That's the thing, though. Like I'm not
work that out.
I'm not against trying new things. It's just that I don't stick with a lot of them. Like I'll try them and then I'm just like, and then like that's kind of like there's few that I like latch on to, and I think it's mainly because I have to really be interested. or there has to be something about it that really grabs me for me to stick with something. You know what I mean? There's got to be something about it that hits with me on a different level than it just being, fun or entertaining or whatever that initial thing is. It's like there's got to be something more to it. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I find it, for me, it's harder to do things a lot when I'm doing it by myself.
Yeah, I guess that could be part of it too.
If I was like with friends that were doing something and like it was like either do nothing or do that, and I actually had a good time, like I would do it, right? But if it was like just me and it was like, yo, you should do this, even if it's fun, sometimes it's like hard to get motivated to do it. And then like I stop thinking about it because I'm like, it's like you stop asking that friend to do something if every single time they say no. It's like there's no point in you asking anymore. That's like what my brain does to myself.
Yeah.
It'll be like, dude, I've asked you to do this 100 times. You didn't want to do it. Fuck you. I'm gonna let you forget about ever asking it.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of true because music was one of those things that like I used to just do for me, and it was only for me, and it didn't matter if other people were into it, just because like it was something that did something for like me on a different level, like emotionally, you know what I mean? But then it got to a point where it was like how you're saying, where it was like I was doing it because like I got to do it with people, and like being able to jam with somebody other than just me was sick. So like once that stopped happening and like I stopped having people to play with, I kind of lost interest in playing in general, because like I lost the motivation because I got so used to playing with people that when it was just me, it wasn't as fun. So it's like, okay, that's probably why I haven't played in so long. I have like picked up my guitar like once or twice here and fiddled around for like 10 minutes, but that's about it. But yeah, I feel like I get like that with a lot of things too sometimes. Where it's like if there's like a lot of my buddies are doing it and like we are all enjoying it, then it makes it worth doing. But like if it's only me doing it, it's kind of like, well, I'd rather do something that my friends are doing too.
I think that it's just also I'm like I have a lot easier of a time letting down myself than letting down other people. So if there's other people that are doing something and like I've said that I will be there, like I'm gonna fucking be there, right? Because I don't want to let people down. Even if I don't necessarily feel like going, I will go because I said I would, and I don't want to let that person down. Them thinking like, oh well, we were supposed to have 4 people, but now there's only 3, and that fucks our day up. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit. But if it was just on me, dude, I have to just like have the wants real bad to get that shit done.
Back to the whole procrastination thing.
Yeah, I guess it's like a lot of these
full circle,
just, like,
baby.
fucking...
Look at us, man. It's like we do this for like.
It's like we're smart, but we just took a real long time to get there, I guess.
Yep. Like, but it's weird because there are activities that like sure, you can go ride a bike by yourself, but then it's just you and your thoughts. But like you go ride a bike with your friends, and like it doesn't matter where you're going because you guys are doing it together. It's a completely different vibe. You know, we were talking about this was it just a couple of weeks ago with like the bass fishing, where it's like sometimes I love going by myself. Some people it's like I have to do it with friends.
The reason why I haven't gone is because I don't have anybody to go with. You know what I mean? Like if I had somebody to go with, bro, I would probably be out fishing some point this weekend or, next weekend or something. But like, I could get my dad to go, but like, he's not really, he would just go because I asked him to, you know what I mean? Like he's not necessarily like the biggest into fishing. He'd be like, well, where are we going to go? I don't know, Dad, where fish are.
To the
where water.
Can't go fishing without water. I totally get that. And I think one of the struggles, right, is like as I've continued to get older, obviously all of my friends have gotten older, We've all,
Interests have changed.
well, we've continued our lives, right? Like a lot of us have gotten married. Many of my friends now have children. So it's like the time that would have been spent doing something with the boys per se is oftentimes time spent with the kids and the family.
Priorities change.
And that's the thing. It's like I can't fault the homies for being good parents because honestly,
no, fuck them kids. No, I'm just kidding.
There are a lot of kids out there who really do wish that their
totally
parents would
joke,
spend
people.
that time.
Totally a joke. Comedy.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I agree. Sometimes it's like, yo, fuck them kids. Get a fucking babysitter,
man,
homie.
Come hang out, bro. Damn, dude.
Like, listen, I'm a childless person.
Give him an iPad and some fucking fruit roll-ups, and let's do this.
Ship them off to grandma's for an afternoon, and let's kick it. But
bro, if you gave me an iPad and fruit roll-ups to this day, I'd still be happy, bro. Shit, you can go do whatever you want. Give me a fruit roll-up and an iPad, man. I'll be down.
Right? Let's go.
Well, how long are you gonna be gone? You got any more fruit roll-ups? I'm just kidding. Not really.
No, you're not. It's okay.
Dude, I love me a fruit roll-up, bro.
Dude, a good fruit roll-up. Now, again, right? Why aren't there like adult fruit roll-ups?
Yeah.
Dude, there is. They're just I don't think they're made by the same company.
Well, no, they're not the same either.
No, but like they're like
no, I want the same thing, just adult sized. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Oh, I feel like I actually feel like the kid size ones are like they're fine. It's a fine serving.
Dude, I want like a sheet of paper.
Do they not make like an extra thick one? That'd be cool.
No, like that. Well, that do that.
If
Give me like
double thick, like a
2-ply fruit roll-ups, bro. Like where are you at?
Hey, whatever company are that make them.
Let's go. I'm into this.
I don't know.
I think it's Betty Crocker, maybe. Is Betty Crocker the one who makes them?
I don't know. The same people that make like Gushers and all that shit.
Either way, I'm saying.
Do you see you can get Gushers at the gas station now?
Bastards.
Really?
Yeah, like in a big old bag, dude.
I've never seen this.
I feel like okay. I feel like you can get that.
I got a bag of them the other day. They were like these sour berry flavors, dude. Fire. But dude, I'll tell you what. That big of a bag of Gushers, dude, that's a lot of fucking Gushers, bro.
Dude, any big old bag of candy, just let you know.
It's like you can't.
It's a lot of candy.
Yeah, any big don't do that to me because it's like it's open now. I got to eat it. You know what I mean? Like it's like I can't. What am I gonna do? Close it up? No.
Yo, how sticky is the inside of that bag?
Honestly, it wasn't that bad, bro.
Really? Because like you know how this goes, right? When you were a kid, you get the pack of Gushers out.
All of them would be stuck together.
Yep, and like half the juice has leaked out of them and shit.
Well, let's be honest, that was kind of the best part.
Oh, trust me, I'm not mad at it, but like I'm thinking like a big bag. If I'm sticking my hand in there,
did you ever get the variety pack that came with like the fruit by the foot, the fruit roll up, and the Gushers? And then you take the fruit roll up, and then you put like 6 or 7 Gushers in it, and then you roll it up like a fucking blunt, and then eat it.
The candy blunt. I've made them, but I never got the multi pack, so I had to buy them all separately.
Oh yeah, dude, you get the variety box where it comes like with like 4 of each or whatever, which was expensive as shit.
Well, yeah, you're basically getting a box of each candy thing. Fruit snack, as they're called.
But still, it was still expensive compared to like the single boxes of just the regular. It was like you're getting the same amount of like packages, just like the different varieties, but it was like twice the price. Like,
yeah, instead of 3 times, which is
so it makes you almost want to just like get a box of each individual one, which then you still end up spending a little bit more money, but.
It's a weird trade-off. I do this shit all the time when I go grocery shopping where it's like I'll compare a brand to another brand. I'll be like, all right, well, this one's $6.50 and this one's $6, but the $6.50 one has like a whole pound more of this product.
Yeah, do you look at like the price per ounce? I like the
right.
I do that shit all the time.
So it's like, all right, so it's worth the extra 50 cents to get the extra whole pound.
Dude, I did that the other day because I went to go pick up some dues, right? And I was like, the 12 pack was like 6 something, but the fucking 18 pack was only 6. So it's like I got 6 whole sodas for a cheaper price. I got them for free.
It's a win. That's a win.
So yeah, I'll grab me the 18 pack, get another 6 pack for fucking, for free pretty much. Fuck yeah.
Dude, that's what, but do you not find that happens all the time though? It's like that bulk option. You're like, yo, it's like not like I'm cheap because I'm buying shit I don't need, but it's like you look at it and you'll be like, oh, I can get this for $3.99 and it's like X number of whatever. But it's like for fucking $5.19, I can get almost double. Like I know that if I get that, I'll eat everything, but it's such a good deal that like, why would I not get this? And I get that all the time.
I do it every time.
Terrible.
Dude, I go to a store and to go like get one thing and then I see a deal for something and I'm like, oh, well, shit, that's on sale. I didn't even need it, but I see that it's on sale. Well, shit, it's on sale. You know what I mean? I need to get it now. It's on sale right now. It wasn't on sale yesterday. I didn't need it yesterday. I don't need it today, but it's on sale today. So I'm still get it. You know, well, you mean I can get 2 for $3? Fuck yeah, I'm gonna get 2 for $3 because one's usually like $2.50. So for 50 cents more, I can get another one.
Yep.
You know, like when you're at like the fucking line,
it's the
and you're
worst,
looking like,
though. It's the worst,
dude. It's the worst, bro. Dude,
I've done that like multiple times. You know what is exciting though, James? This is the one thing I will say. On something that you use all the time, if you can get a deal on it, then you're like, yes. Like you could go in and get like Mountain Dew, and it was like buy 3 12-packs for $9.99, or it's like regularly like $5 for like a 12.
And then I stock up on it and get twice as much as I need, and then end up drinking twice as much as I have.
Because you have it. But like still,
I know, dude.
There's savings there, bro.
Like whether I buy a fucking half ounce or an ounce, I'm still smoking all of it in a week.
It's like, dude, I bought like an 8-ounce bag of fucking pistachios or whatever. Ate that shit in 2 days.
Well, it's like, because pistachios screw you over with the shell.
Yeah, you open the bag and you can't stop fucking eating them, dude.
And you know what? Honestly, pistachios without the shells kind of suck. But
no, shell always shelled. Bro.
You always have the shell. But recently I went to the grocery store like 2 weeks ago, as in recently. And like I knew that I was going away for a week, so I needed to like get some things that I didn't have to worry about, so I couldn't get a lot of like perishable goods or whatever. But I take granola bars with me to work every day, right? Or Nutri-Grain bars actually. And when I was there, it was like get 3 boxes for $5. I was like, don't mind if I do, because I know that I will like get them. You know what I mean? I go grocery shopping once a week, but I know that I'm saving like a decent amount. And I'll still just eat one a day. Like, so it's fine.
It's the same with coffee pods in my house where it's like, oh shit, well, this one's on sale right now. And we like that one. All right, well, I don't need any more coffee at the moment, but fuck it. I'm throwing it in the bin because it may not be here next week. And it definitely won't be this price next week. And yeah, fuck it. I'm still going to drink this coffee. It's going to get used. Doesn't matter how long it waits. I get that all the time. I think that's the psychology of sales though, right? Like the impulse buys. We watched it happen in my store, dude. I've had little packets of edibles for under $10. We're talking like sample packs that would be like $4 or $5, some of them for $3. They've been on the menu the whole fucking time. Do you think we sell them? Hell no. We put them in some mason jars behind the counter with a little sign above them that said something about mason jar munchies. Everything's under $10. People are like, hey, what's that? Yeah, let me get 2. What's that? Oh, let me get 1. Like, motherfucker, dude, we've had these for almost a year.
There's times I go to the store for one thing, right? Get the one thing, start walking out of the store, and you know what ends up getting me every time? End caps. The end caps on the aisles is where I end up spending most of my money a majority of the time, because they'll have like some snacks, or, you know, maybe like some fucking chewing gum, or like, oh, fuck, I need chapstick, or fucking just some random fucking trinket thing that I'm like, oh, that's kind of fucking cool. Or, oh, fuck, beef jerky. Fuck it, I grab some beef jerky. You know what I mean? And beef jerky is fucking expensive, by the way. But I love it. Or I end up grabbing like fucking 3 or 4 fucking candy bars, just because like it's one of those things, buy 2, get 1 free. So it's like, oh, well, shit, let me get like 2 of these and 2 of those. I end up with 6 candy bars. I got 2 of them for free, baby. Fuck yeah, winning.
Mm-hmm. I know, man. It's like, it's that weird thing. It's like you think, you know, getting a deal is like, oh,
I've come to the conclusion that I don't have the best self-control when it comes to certain things. If it's something that's life threatening or can put my life in danger, I have self-control when it comes to that. But if it's something that's not going to hurt me or anybody else, and those sorts of things, that's when I don't really have the best self-control. It's like, oh, fuck it, I'll just like, I'll buy that, I'll buy this, or if I need that, or I need this.
Well, dude, I think that like all of us like right now can think about at least one thing that we've just had no self-control over until you like learn your self-control to a level. And I think that like for me, that's like buying vape gear was that for a long time.
Oh, I've kind of fallen off on that for
and
sure.
I've like slowed down, and I only buy really things that like look real cool, or like it's like, yo, that's like hitting every box for me, and it's like really rare.
To be honest with you, Chris, I've actually gotten really, really good about not spending money on just random shit. I've gotten to the point now where I only really buy things I either really need or like food oriented things. Like I'll buy like, I'll buy like some drinks to, have at the house. So I'm not just, drinking water, because I like to have a variety of things. I drink a lot of water at work. So when I come home, I like to have a soda or two, you know what I mean? Or I'll go and I'll get like some snacks. So like I can have something to munch on when I'm at my break at work, or those sorts of things. But other than that, I'm not like going out and buying 5 or 6 bottles of e-liquid every week, or 3 or 4 atomizers a month like I used to, or 2 or 3 mods a month like I used to. It's like I haven't bought a mod. Well, that's a lie, because I literally just bought one this weekend. But other than that, like I hadn't bought one since, I think the last one I bought was the XXX Reborn, maybe? No, lie. Pulse.
Yeah,
the Pulse AIO was the last like mod that I think I purchased, really. Other than that, like I haven't really been buying a whole bunch of things. Like I've bought a few atomizers and things, but like mod wise, I haven't bought anything. So it was like I've really kind of pulled back on that a lot. The only thing I really need to kind of pull back on a little bit is my Shedtime budget. You know what I mean? Like I've gotten a little bit better, but even then, it's like not so much even the budget. It's just like I need to cut back on as much as I consume, because then I can make the budget stretch longer. You know what I mean? So instead of that budget only lasting me a week, it could last me maybe 2 weeks, which would be sick, because then I'm spending half as much.
Yeah.
Which would be cool. And then I could take that other half and put it away and use that for other things, which would be cool.
I think this is another example of like the taste changing, the interest changing, things like that, right? Like when everything changed here in Massachusetts and vape gear was not nearly as abundant and getting it was such a hassle. Obviously, like my buying habits there went down. Now it's mostly just e-liquid. And now like obviously my obsessive thing is the fish tanks. So that's where like my hobby money is. It's like, oh hey, I'm gonna upgrade.
I feel like that's
lights,
kind of what I've done now.
plants.
Is I've transferred my hobby money to my Shedtime budget.
Dude, I transferred mine to fucking cryptocurrencies. So like I guess like I'm still.
But it's also because I like I've been really just getting into the different types of strains and that sort of thing. So it's like I feel like that's part of the reason why I spend as much as I do, because like I'm really interested in trying different things and seeing the different effects and uses, like we were talking about earlier. Like I like to have a different selection of things so I can kind of figure out, well, like, this is definitely a good daytime sort of situation where it's definitely real mellow, doesn't get me super like couch lock or like really in my head, but like I could go about my day and get some things done if I wanted to. Or like this one's like a real kind of uppity thing. So if I'm out and about and, hanging out with friends and we're, like doing something like at like an amusement park or like doing something more active, this would be a perfect strain for that sort of situation. Or like majority of the time, honestly, what I'm doing is why I honestly prefer indica most of the time is I like to just kick back, chill, watch something on my fucking TV or play some fucking video games or just hang out with the fucking crew and just chill and chat and vibe.
Shoot the shit with people.
Yeah.
you know, and I agree. Like one of the things I wish people would get past is the idea of indica only couch locks.
No,
It's like,
Dude, I
doesn't.
literally only use that.
that's what I'm saying. We're
And
all
I do
living
tons
proof.
of shit high.
Heavy indica users.
Like responsibly. Sorry.
But it's also
I'm responsible, but I do a lot of things high.
it also comes down to this too, which we've said before in the past. Every strain affects everybody a little bit differently. You know what I mean? Not everybody's going to be able to hit the same indica strain that we hit and get the same effects that we get because the way their body metabolizes it or whatever. You know what I mean? So they might get more of a sort of, you know, a sativa effect out of a hybrid than we might get because we might get more of the indica side of it, or basically, because honestly, let's be real, most strains nowadays aren't true indica or true sativa. They're a hybrid of some sort, and they've got a little bit of everything in them. So, of course, one may lean a little bit more than the other, but that is what it is. So it's like it's dependent on the person, dependent on the strain.
And the pheno and everything else.
That too, because you could get the same strain and it could be different from the last time you got it. You know what I mean? Just because it might be a different phenotype, and the grow process might have been slightly different, or this might have been a different cut from a different fucking plant. You know what I mean? Which leaned more this way than the other. You know what I mean? Because like, especially when you get your original stuff from seeds, one seed is not going to be the same as the other seed. You know what I mean? Especially if you're doing like getting something like that's like a hybrid cross or of some sort, and you're getting seeds from that. Because sometimes you get one that's leaning more towards the dominant plant in that side, and then sometimes you get one that comes up with something that was like the smaller end. It's crazy, bro. You never know. It's like a box of chocolates. You know, never know what you're gonna get.
It's like a box of joints.
That too.
Do they all burn straight? Who knows? Love them just the same.
Are they all swag?
Shit. Depends on who you buy. If you bought Curaleaf,
sometimes there's a diamond in the rough, babe. Yeah, you just gotta look for it. You know what I'm saying? Spark it up and let it fly.
Oh, Jesus. Well, guys, we're coming down to the end of our time here, and shit, this one flew by and had a nice flow to it. It felt good. I hope you guys enjoyed listening. I'm going to pass it around the room like we always do, and that means Uncle Chris starts.
All right. Well, this is what I will say. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hopefully you guys managed to keep up. I know that sometimes we move at the speed of sound in here, but sometimes we actually move real good. And today was one of those days that I feel like we did both. We kind of like covered a lot, but it was all, I don't know, I had a good time today. So hopefully everybody did enjoy. Of course, if you guys want to check out anything, go to shedtimepodcast.com. You can find all of our sponsors, some of the links to some of our past guests. There's obviously a spot that you can contact us. If you guys have like anybody that you think would be a cool guest or like a topic that you think would be cool, like feel free to drop us a message, because I'm down for us like trying to get some guests, but I don't know what you guys would want to hear. So like, be nice to get some feedback. Actually, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say this. Anybody that drops an email, there's going to be some level of prize to the people that put them in. I don't know exactly what that will be. I guess it'll depend on if you vape, if you don't vape. But yeah, so we'll run this until, I'm just going to say this now. We'll run this until the end of September. Give us some emails, and every email that goes in, like one per person, there'll be a prize at the end of the month, and we'll have like a prize catered to you, as for like whatever you kind of indulge in. So remember that. And also, guys, I'm pretty high right now, so like don't let me forget that. But yes, that's a thing. I'm gonna try to remember to like keep mentioning it the next like few episodes to give people the reminder. But yes, so we're gonna do that. And of course, if you guys want to check me out, you can check me out on Tuesday nights on KVTV's YouTube channel for Mixing It Up. Always a good time over there. Of course, Friday nights, you can check out the three of us on Fragrance Jangle Vapor's YouTube channel. for the green room, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to check out us on Fridays. And then lastly, I'll say, if you guys want to check out any of my products, just go to UncleChrisTestingGrounds.com, use coupon code Shedtime. And I think that is everything. And I'm just going to say, live your best life. Frames, take it away.
All right. So shout outs to the boys for having a great conversation. As always, I love hanging out and having a session with you dudes and just, talking about whatever. And like Chris said, I feel like we covered quite a few bases today, kind of all over the place. So hopefully you guys were able to, stay along track with us there. But make sure you guys go check out the website for any links for any past episodes you may have missed. We've had some great guests on. And we're probably going to have some great guests on again in the future. You know what I mean? So stay tuned for something like that. Like Chris said, send in those emails if you guys got ideas for things you'd like to see or, topics you'd like to hear us talk about or just your opinions on the show. Let us know what you guys think. You know what I mean? I'd be curious to hear what you guys are thinking about the episodes we've done. And like Chris said, possibly what you'd like to hear us talk about in the future. Other than that, check us out on my YouTube channel on Fridays for the green room, doing build-offs, Shedhead sessions. If you guys have seen it before, you guys know the deal. If you haven't, tune in Friday nights, 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. You'll have to do the conversions if you're in any other time zones. But come check us out. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us in the live chats. And shout out to all the people that catch the replays too. Other than that, we'll be back in here doing the same thing we do next week. Who knows what we're going to talk about? You guys will just have to stay tuned and find out. So sending out all those positive vibes, Chris by fives. And as always, let's, just vape and a little dab will do you,
Well, shit, guys. With all of that being said, you guys know where to go. You know where to find us. You know what to look for. So I'm going to just bring it to a close like I always do and remind you, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool. Don't be a dick. And whatever it is that you do, try to have some fun. This is the Shedtime podcast, and we're about to roll on up and roll on out.
Dynavap. Looking to cut the cord on your dry herb vape? Dynavap. Trying to get the best taste from your herb? Dynavap. Ready to take your sesh to the next level? Then meet Dynavap, the best way to vape your flower or concentrate. Concentrates? That's right, your flower or hash can be vaped using Dynavap. Check out Dynavap.com to learn more. That's Dynavap.com. Lose the ash? Dynavap.
What's going on, Shedheads? It's your boy Frames Janklin. Are you looking to step up your match game or have a raw copper, brass, or stainless mod or RDA that you're absolutely tired of polishing? Then you need to go and hit up my man Ashton of Palmer's Powders. He does some absolutely amazing powder coating work. He offers many different colors and finishes at an absolutely killer price. This man is taking powder coating to a whole new level, and he can make your setup an absolute masterpiece. You can go follow him over on Instagram at Palmer's Powders, and you can go check out pricing on his website, palmerspowders.com. That's palmerspowders.com. And as always, let's just vape on, Shedheads.
I want you to think of your favorite rebuildable right now. Yeah, okay, so you have a layer cake in your hand, and now you're about... Oh, sorry, yeah, that's not everyone's favorite. That's just mine. So think of your favorite rebuildable atomizer. Think about how good of a vape it produces for you. Now, take that and amplify it. And the way that you amplify that is you put in some Breezestone coils. Breezestone coils are handcrafted in Adelaide, Australia. They're made from some of the finest quality wire that you can get. I believe it's wire Buddha. You take those coils, you take them out of that phenomenal packaging that clearly shows how much care that Adam puts on the quality of his coils and the insurance that you get them in good shape. You put them in that favorite RDA, and guess what? You have coils that now sing better than Celine Dion. Go check out Breezestone coils. You can find them on localvape.com and also steelvalleyvapors.com. Solid.
Stoned to the bone.
Excuse
For
me.
real.
I'm pretty high right now. Not gonna lie.